Dinesh Kumar, my state nodal officer for NSS from my directorate, Professor Ravinder Puri, Professor Sanjeev Sharma, Professor Shivratan Gupta ji, Dr. Sanjay Kumar Goyal, and all other distinguished participants, speakers, and other participants of this particular one-day international workshop on suicide, a deep wound on the soul of the society who is responsible. थोड़ा सा मेरा क्यूरियोसिटी इसमें बढ़ गया कि वो इंटरनेशनल सेमिनार क्यों रखते हैं. I never asked anyone actually. मैं सोच रहा था कि is there any international participation here? Just no offense to anyone actually. Just I am asking.
Speaker.
The speaker is an international speaker. That is good, but that doesn't qualify it to be an international without any offense. We will rather actually put what is actual thing. We should not be rather shy away from the fact. Even if it is actually one day long thing, within our jail or within our Diwani, we can do that. That is not a problem. This is a little bit misleading. It is not even national. Basically, it is state level. You can have it that way. There is no harm in that. This is only my suggestion because the nomenclature should be appropriate. That is my. Otherwise, there is no. Again, without any offense. Now, this is a very important topic today. Why we have chosen this topic, why we are actually pushing it, मैं उसको बाद में आ जाता हूँ. But suicide, it's a very, जैसे मेरा पहले इतने लोग बोले थे, everybody elaborated that it is actually a very important topic. और एक important चीज़ ये है, this is not a personal tragedy. This is basically affecting the families, closer ones, and sometimes it shakes the conscience of the society. Almost जानते हैं नहीं जानते हैं, when we get a news, अगर कोई news आ जाता है कि इस तरह की suicide हो गई है, we feel sometimes actually as a society, sometimes we feel very ashamed of the thing. We feel totally helpless. कुछ तो कर सकते थे, because this is a very common thing. किसी को भी एड्रेस कर सकते थे. So that way it becomes a very big societal important thing actually. We should first of all realize it. Sometimes a simple negligence may result in a suicide. It's a momentary thing, there is no doubt about it. जो लोग sociology और psychology background से आ रहे हैं इधर, most of them will be there from that background only. तो वो लोग जानते होंगे. There is one founder sociologist actually, modern sociology कह सकते हैं, who died probably in the early 1900s, 1912 or 18, something like that. He died actually. David Emil, the head. He says that he has done a lot of work on sociology. He has done a lot of work on suicide also. He says that जो भी सुसाइड है वो तो सोसाइटी का प्रेशर से या कहीं ना कहीं से सोसाइटी का इन्वॉल्वमेंट ही है. उसमें पर्सनल या क्लोजर रिलेटिव्स या जो भी है वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है. डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली इट इज ड्यू टू द सोसाइटी. इट इज नॉट टू बी इंडिविजुअल शुड नॉट बी ब्लेम. ग्रूमिंग ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल इज पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ द सोसाइटी. कहते हैं कि that is he has written a lot of things. If someone gets time, you can rather go through some of his works. They are very excellent works. Basically, they say that actually all the things have to be attributed to the society in some directly or indirectly, something like that. Now, एक तो है कि प्रेशर या सिस्टम का फेलियर, पॉलिसी का फेलियर, मीडिया का फेलियर, कोई भी चीज है, all the things collectively constitute. There is, I don't think there is any single reason for that. Now ये है कि अभी जो हमारे पास जो आ रहा है, who is responsible? So that is what we are actually trying to fix here. Whether that fellow is responsible, nobody does it suicide for the sake of publicity or for some sort of choice. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. He is doing out of frustration. So blaming the victim himself cannot be accepted. एक चीज तो वो है. Now it comes to the next circle. Next circle is close friends, family, and close friends. That is the next circle. There is always a pressure from them. Some sort of emotional things, some sort of imbalances, some sort of negligence, some unfortunate events. All these also may lead to that. Now then comes the larger thing. Little larger. Because as students, we are all confined to our next larger thing is our educational institution. जहाँ पे हम जाते हैं रोज and where we spend most of our time. वहाँ पे आप देखते हो कि you have multiplicity of pressure and stressors. एक तो है कि this particular age is one thing. Adolescent का peak age है. Adolescent है ना adult है, उस तरफ की तो है transformation stage है. Age wise he may be an adult, but still that adolescent factors are not fully gone. So in that way, it is in a transforming stage, in a fluid stage, where you get emotionally, due to many of the physical issues also, they get emotionally unstable. Secondly, because now you have become an adult, you have to face other problems. Family का भी problem है, you try to understand, or at least you feel responsible for the family conditions. हो सकता है financial conditions को या कोई और physical working condition को जो भी है, you feel personally responsible that actually इसका family का इतना ज़्यादा pressure है, उसको burden है, I also should contribute whereas I am actually taking it from there. This is one thing financially possible. Third thing is that you always have a pressure of insecurity, unemployability. तो बाहर जाते ही क्या होगा, ये सारा चीज़ तो एक चीज़ है. मेन इशू ये भी आ रहा है कि यू आर कमिंग इनटू द कॉलेज सिस्टम फ्रॉम द स्कूल सिस्टम. एनवायरमेंट टोटली डिफरेंट है, तो उसके अकोमोडेट करने के लिए कम से कम आपको 1 साल तक लगेगा. बच्चे तो इतना जल्दी, कई इंट्रोवर्ट बच्चे हैं, दे डोंट गेट अडॉप्टेड क्वाइट इजीली. उनको ये चेंज है, पर्टिकुलरली दोस गर्ल स्टूडेंट्स, पर्टिकुलरली दोस हु आर फ्रॉम द रूरल और अपर क्लासेस. All these people take a lot of time to get adjusted. ये एक चीज़. Now इसके अलावा bullying होता है कॉलेज में, any education institution, directly or indirectly, either from the seniors or from the same college students, the same year students, something like that. So this is one particular environment where you have to rather prove yourself academically. क्योंकि हमारा जो notions है, success notions जो भी हम रखते हैं, that is also not easy to achieve. So, naturally, under these sort of pressures, in a very fragile condition, students actually immediately opt for easier choices. तो ये हो जाता है. Now, society पे आ जाएंगे. Society is again we have the same problem. They are actually entering into the adult phase. They have to face the society in each and everything. They are neither called as kid. They will not be just like that forgiven for any of their acts. They have to take the responsibility. That is the next one. Now media का भी है. How the new world media is actually organizing or perceiving the things. Here the responsibility is multifold for each and everybody. I'm telling you, during our days, Rampal Saini साहब भी कह रहे थे कि that during our days actually we don't rather feel, we never felt that these are all pressures. हमें तो बहुत strictly डील किया गया था. I don't think actually we were so much emotionally outbursting. अब क्या है, बच्चे तो स्कूल तक जाते नहीं है. They don't even have actually the actual friends. School stage से they live in isolation. Families भी ऐसे ही न्यूक्लियर हो गए. Joint families तो आजकल ज़्यादा नहीं है. So they don't have many people to share their views or because sharing it लगभग 90% का आपका जो स्ट्रेस है कम हो जाता है. I keep telling my friends also, officially also, that you try to rather discuss with someone who is compatible with you. So उसमें भी दिक्कत आ जाता है. Even colleges में भी यही बच्चे हैं कि जो they cannot rather share many of the things. So these people have to be handled very carefully. आप लोगों को पता है ये Gen Z kids are not actually easy to handle also. They have their own issues. I am not blaming them, but the issue is that their problems are little unique, and many of the things the senior people cannot even understand. That is where the role of the mentors or teachers come in. You have to understand, as teachers, we have to understand what could be the possible steps we can take to counsel them. That we have to I have been saying actually, there is suddenly a steep increase in the suicide rate throughout the country, throughout the world, wherever you can see. Now the worrying thing is that last 2 महीने 3 महीने की papers पढ़ोगे तो you would have noticed so many young kids. Young kids means below 15, below 16. जयपुर में एक लड़की वो मर गई है and दिल्ली 9 years old. 9-year-old को पता ही नहीं है कि ये मेरे को that was a very big surprise for me. 9-year-old की तो अगर जितना ज़्यादा डिप्रेशन हो जाता है तब भी है ना, they will start rather actually shrinking themselves. They won't go and commit suicide. ये तो सोचने वाली बात उससे भी बाहर हो गया. And 3 sisters, they committed suicide. And one kid 14 years का है, उसका बाप ने मतलब father has actually scolded him, so he just committed suicide. Bullying हो गया, suicide. The thing is that actually media is also glorifying certain things. The responsibility of media is nowadays actually slowly decreasing. 90% you can say that they will rather put anything for their rating purposes. That is also there. They are glorifying. Sometimes people even learn to make a bomb through social media and all other electronic equipments actually available, information available with them. So एक चीज तो ये है. Now the Supreme Court on its own, suo moto, it has taken this particular topic. When the case came up, it rather actually constituted a national level task force for prevention of suicide in the higher education institutes. So the committee has been constituted under the chairmanship of a retired judge, Supreme Court judge, and the team is having experts from many different fields, legal, child education, child counselors, and also from psychologists, social workers. It's a very big team. They have been rather actually doing the survey throughout India. Haryana में 2 बार आ चुके हैं, मैं भी गया था. So they are very keen to make an SOP बना रहे हैं. SOP बना के दे देंगे. And we have also rather actually nominated one officer here. Nomination is something actually just routine में करते हैं. But I want you all to be ambassadors, and you have, all of you, whether you are a teacher or whether you are a student, you should take away important things from this one-day conference, one-day seminar. Take away, because some of the eminent speakers are there. I am very hopeful that they will rather actually try to address some of the issues. Ask whatever queries you have, and we will try to arrange as many as possible. And I am very happy to be part of this particular seminar. This is one of the oldest colleges, and today only I came to know that it was started in 1944 and it has its own reputation. I am very happy to visit this particular college, and I will keep in touch. Some of the faculties, they have given some grievances. We will look into that also. So I wish this particular seminar is a big success, and I hope that you will all take away some of the important conclusions and some fruitful ideas from this one, and you will rather enrich the society and the students. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Rightly you have remarked that parameters of success need